Hey everyone, welcome. It's not Tuesday, but it is definitely a tool day. We want to share with you some new tools that we have. You can find them at pdrtool.com. That's pdrtool.com. We've got some great glue we want to share with you, and we've got some very special guests. So get ready to hear from John and his friends. So I'm going to pull him on here. All right, John, are you ready to go?
Yes, thank you, Maria. We are excited. We do have a couple of new products in the glue field, and I've really been impressed. And these are not new products to the PDR industry. They're actually tried and true, but they are new to us, and they've kind of been a little bit off the market for a bit. But the development of these products, I have been impressed with. The engineering that went into the products, I've been impressed with, and I know they have quite a following. Just the email that we sent yesterday, we saw a lot of orders come through, and some people that are really happy to see these things again. So we got two people that are going to talk to us about these two glues that we've added. Jeremy Smith from Florida is going to be joining us, and Cliff Ramadan from North Dakota is with us as well. Hey, Jeremy, these are your baby. We've added the Sagan glue and then also the Solar Blitz. And why don't you tell us a little bit about these two glues and what they are particularly good at, their application, and take it from here for us. Jeremy, can you
There we
hear us?
I can now. I
Okay.
don't know what happened. It just ducked
Yeah.
out on me. I'm sorry. How you doing, John?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Tell us about Sagan and Solar Blitz and why people,
Oh,
PDR
goodness, it's
technicians, need to be interested in these two glues.
yeah. It did kind of break out for a second. So I believe you just asked me to do a little bit about solar. Is that correct? I'm going to go with it just in case that's what you think our connection. So second is really specifically made for the hail industry. It's super fast PDR, high production wherever it's glued. Uh, so they literally have instant bonding or a set time. So what's different about it, as soon as you put it on, you'll have a liquid ring around the tab itself. You can actually still pull. So a lot of times we'll just do that tapping to where we wondering when the glue's actually set. That's not the case with Sagan. You can put 5 to 10 tabs on there and immediately start and go, or just put one tab on and immediately set and go. It does have a much higher tensile strength pull system than what is currently on market for PDR, but it sets up exponentially faster, cleans off super clean. You're not going to get flaky. But here's the cool part. It'll go from 45-degree panel temperatures to 140-degree panel temperatures as far as PDR, and still set up in a second, even that hot temperature. It's truly different, but don't take the word for it to be sure.
Jeremy, you were telling me there were some differences in how this was manufactured, what goes into it, the fillers, etc., and
Oh,
why it
goodness.
reacts differently than just about anything else. And you don't have to get all scientific, but some of these things are really material to how this glue works for the PDR technician. Yeah, and we may want to bring Cliff in here as well.
There we go. Now I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, we're having a little technical difficulties. Cliff, you're a big believer in Sagan, and tell us why you use it and how it works for you better than anything else that you keep in your toolbox typically.
I'm usually very strict about my glues, and Jeremy came up and worked with me pretty much for 4 months last year. And he asked me and kept pushing me just to try it. I did, and it didn't take long to figure it out. Sometimes there's a learning curve with glues. Didn't take
Driving
long to
now.
figure it
Now
out,
it's perfectly fine.
and No, it went from, I have temperatures here. We go from hot, humid. We were working in a shop where we walked in there and it was 40 degrees starting out that morning, and just testing it in different conditions. I'd pull a cold aluminum panel, with the smallest reaper tab, and I was getting good results with the sagging super fast, cleans up easy, like he said. It's just kind of a whole different ball game than what I've seen.
Yeah, and that temperature range is pretty incredible. Usually we're in a 20, 30-degree range, stated range, and here we're looking at a 100-degree range. So I think that would, as you say, you got those days that are starting the high 40s and go up, triple digits, like you see sometimes in the summer, especially north where you are. This is a great all-inclusive glue, if you will.
Yeah, very good all around glue. Your everyday glue, the one that you're gonna have in your gun all the time. That's the one that goes on in the morning and just runs all day for me.
Yeah. And this glue's been out there, what? How many years? A couple of years, or has this been developed?
3 years now.
3 years? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Cliff, are you also a user of the Solar Blitz, the collision glue?
I am. Use that faithfully too. I use that on all my big damage. Slower set time. It's gonna pull harder, and even when it comes to hail, like a hard hit rail, I will switch out and have my Solar Blitz in a different gun, and I'll use that for certain dents, even doing hail. When you need that little harder pull, you leave it set a little longer. Flash your panel, clean your panel, do all that stuff. But then when I'm doing my bigger collision stuff, that's my go-to. You can leave it on. Its bond strength doesn't weaken over time. It's easy to clean off. So that's basically, I have a setup where I use 2 glues and that's it.
Yeah. And the length of the stick in here, what is that, 16 or 18 inches? It's half as Gannon long.
It's actually 15 inches. 15 inches.
15 inches. Okay.
Yes,
What's a standard glue?
That
Like
may-
a 10 inch?
10 inch. 10 inch, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So
So
we made that
you're really
15
getting
inches
50%
because
more glue with this than you are in a
you
typical
are.
package. Yeah. Yeah.
And when you get the
Correct.
longer stick for doing your collision tabs, you're not having to feed the sticks in there as much. That one stick goes a lot longer versus having to burn and then get caught in the middle and having to get a stick in there quick before your glue starts setting.
Right.
Correct.
And I know on collision, you use a lot of glue,
Right.
the straps and so forth. I see those things really loaded up. You're using a large quantity of glue, so that's handy to have the extra length in the stick. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the Sagan, $25.99. $25.99.
Yes, sir.
10 sticks there, and yeah, I urge you to try it if you've never tried that one before. Like I said, I know that's got quite a cult following. And then the collision glue, the Solar Blitz, $34.99, and 10 sticks, but 50% more glue with that one. So really, the price is equivalent in those 2 packages. Guys, what else can you tell me about this stuff?
Well, I can tell
I
you Solar Blitz will also go ahead, Cliff. Go ahead, bud.
No, go ahead, Jeremy. This is your good baby. Roll with it.
All right. Well, you're just as good at this now as I am. So, no, Solar was engineered for both collision and PDR. It'll actually do bare metal stronger than it will the painted substrates. You can pull in excess of 2,000 plus PSI. The beautiful thing behind it is its stretch or its flex, what is actually called elongation. I would arguably say it has the highest flex rating of what's on the market today. This allows you the ability while dollying and hitting while you're actually glued to the panel, whether a tension or a lateral pull, whatever the case may be, to actually work that metal and that tab not let go. There's a lot of good high tensile strengths out there, but none that really hold the bond for a long period of time. And we're talking about large, complex, and or collision style damage. We need something that's going to really hold for a high length of time, so that we can actually work the metal. That's what really makes it so good, that you can hit that panel and you get the reverberation and it doesn't let go. Now, if you hit tab or bond around the glue, well, that's, you can hit right up next to that tab and everywhere around, hitting crowns, rolls, things like that, and it's going to hold. It's going to hold if properly adhered, of course, but it's a lot of fun to use. Like when you really start pushing the envelope, doing these bigger smash repairs, or even in the collision side of things, when you're pulling inner substrates, you're pulling quarter panel smashes, tail light pocket hits. I mean, we were doing some pretty insane repairs as far as PDR goes, but especially for the collision side of things, just the amount of tensile strength that you can hold when bonded correctly it's incredible. But yeah, Sagan is amazing too. Believe it or not, Sagan is actually stronger than Solar Blitz on a tensile strength. So you got like 450 compared to 550 is the tensile strength differences. However, the bonding difference, the elongation, the flex to it, you got your hard snap hail, and then you got what this would be considered close to what's on the market. It's got a higher softening point. It's just got higher data all around, but well, actually is engineered to go to bare metal as well as the painted substrate. So both are unique into themselves, but yeah, definitely don't run two out of the same gun. You want two separate guns for these.
I have my big chamber trifecta. I have that's set up with the Solar Blitz just because that's what I'm going to need the more abundance of glue at one shot when I'm doing the bigger stuff.
Guys, thank you so much. And Jeremy, I'm glad you got to come through there a little bit better and get to hear some of that science behind why this glue works so well. And I truly believe that it does. Having talked to several people that used it and are believers. Sagan, $25.99. The Solar Blitz, $34.99. PDRtool.com. And we got plenty of it, and at least right now. And
right.
It sounds to me like there are a lot of panels out there that can use it right now. So, guys, I want to thank you for coming on. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Thanks for joining us today. Yeah, and Cliff, always, you're always so helpful to us. We appreciate you coming. Jeremy, thanks for being with us today. Guys, thank you. And to all our listeners, thanks for tuning in today.
Thank you.
Yeah.